Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cute Santa out of a book. So to get started with this craft, it's very simple things. First you need an old book. This is a 7.5 by 4 book. A pair of scissors, a red Sharpie, a black Sharpie, a paintbrush, some red paint, some tacky glue. And then the two stencils that you'll need to create is one which is just an oval for his face, and the other which is kind of like a leaf shape for his mustache, which goes on both sides. So they're the only two stencils you'll need to create. Depending on the size of the book that you have will depend on the size of your thing. So for this, my oval is about 3.5 long by 2 inches wide, and my mustache is 2.5 inches long, and at the widest part is probably about 1.5 inches wide. Now, if you've had a chance to view my witch and my angel, those took 100 pages, and I started out by doing 100 pages, and this is what I came up with. It was just a little too less. We need more pages. So for the Santa head, instead of 100 pages, you're going to need 150 pages, and it's a different fold than for the witch or the angel, and that's why it comes out a little differently. So I've counted out 150 pages, and you're just going to take your scissors and you're just going to cut. I tried using an X-Acto knife, and the X-Acto knife doesn't work very well. I find that the scissors work better. So you just want to cut it off, and you want to make sure that you keep the binding intact, because that's what's going to keep your pages together. The other thing that you'll want, a lot of your books will come with blank pages in the front or back. That's what I used for the face. You could use just plain paper, but I like the idea that everything on him is a book. So look for the blank pages in the front and the back and save those so that you have them for the face. So for this fold, I find this one easier than the witch and the angel because it's just a fold like that. And then the second one is just a fold in, and then you just go crease your bottom and just tuck it in. So that way it creates that flat surface. So you're basically going to just continue to repeat this until you get to the other end of the book. And because it's 150 pages, it does get a little challenging towards the end because it's a lot of pages, but just stick with it. And the sharper that you can make your folds, the better it goes. So make sure that you take your page and put it all the way up to the binding there, and then fold it down. But do this in front of the TV. It goes a lot faster, and so that's what you want to do until you get to the other end. So now you want to take your face and you just want to trace it out and cut it, which I've done here. And the other thing you want to do is do your mustache. Now, be careful, because I think it's important that the type is up, so you don't want to do it so your type is upside down. And I have a kind of a murder mystery type book, so I didn't want Santa to have any like terrible words, so I made sure that I read what I was cutting, because that you are going to be able to read. It would be really cute if you had like a Christmas book and you could do things that said like Santa in it or Christmas things, but I don't have that. So if you want to look around and find that, that would be a really cute touch to the Santa. But be aware of your wording. If it's, you know, whatever type of book that you have, you want to make sure Santa's mustache is appropriate. So once you've folded it all the way around, this is what it's going to look like. It's really tight, but where you ended, I already glued this. I can't even find where I ended, but wherever you end, you just want to glue the 2 pages together so that it then, and then just kind of work at it a little bit if it, you know, needs a little movement around until you get it so that it's fully around like that. Now for his hat, all this is pages of the book that are curled. And I used to work for a wrapping paper company, and what I came to realize is that any paper can be curled. It just takes a little bit of a gentle touch. So basically what I did was I took my piece of paper, I folded it in half and cut it into 2 strips. And then what I do is I just folded the end so that it's like this, because you're gonna need a little bit of a lip up here to adhere to glue around. So basically you take your scissors and you can use the type to give you your width of your cutting. So for every typed line, I cut the strip up to my fold so that it looks like that, and just go all the way across, trying to keep your cuts even as you go across. And like I said, the type lines makes it very easy to do an accurate job with the width of each of the strips. So once you have that cut across, now to curl your ribbon, you're gonna take your scissors like this, and you're using the blade of the scissor, just like you would to do curling ribbon. However, you're just not gonna pull really tight. You're just gonna slide that edge across your paper in a very gentle manner, and make sure you're holding the bottom, because if you move over too far and you're not holding it, you will tear it. So just wanna run along and see how it's starting to curl. You just want to go all the way across, running your scissors along that paper, and then the paper will start to curl. So what I do is I go all the way across once to get it to curl around, and then I'm gonna do the same thing, repeat it going back and getting it to curl even more. But just take your time. Make sure the most important thing is just it's a gentle touch, and that you're holding the base of the paper so that it doesn't rip. And so then just go back and just keep curling. Once you get it curling, then it's easier and it'll curl even more. So just go over it a couple times, just like this, and your paper will curl. You're going to create several strips because you're going to do 2 layers for that, and then a little bit for the top. And what I do once I've curled it is I'll go back, and that base piece that I had, I'm going to cut that in half. Once you have it curled, just trim it down a little bit and take half of it off. So my whole Santa head is about 8 inches. So I'm gonna come down to about 3.5 inches, and that's where I'm going to paint my hat. So I'm just gonna mark it just so I have an idea of where I need to be. I'm just gonna mark it with the red Sharpie all the way around so that it's even. So now with my witch, I spray painted, which worked super nice, but I was doing the whole thing. Because this is just the top, I don't feel I have the control with spray paint. You could, I guess, mask it and do it that way, but I think that's too much work. So I am just going to get some red paint, and I'm just going to paint it, which does the same effect. So you're just gonna paint it and follow your marks that you made with your Sharpie, so that you get a nice even paint. So this is what it should look like when you're finished, and you're just gonna let that dry. But you just have the red. Now, it doesn't have to be super even along the bottom because you're gonna be adding the curled paper, so that'll make it nice and clean. So to do the face, all you want to do is, the first thing you're going to do is take a Sharpie, and you're going to red down here, that's for his mouth. So I'm just going to color the paper with the red Sharpie and fill that in. It doesn't matter, you're just filling it in, and then you're going to glue the mustache part over. So you just want to make sure you have enough space. So I got to fill in a little bit more to cover that area. So once you've done that, now you're just going to glue your two mustache pieces down. And I didn't glue it all the way to the end. I just glue it right here so that your mustache kind of sticks out a little bit. Then once you've glued that, you're going to add the nose right to the top of here with your Sharpie. And that's just a circle. And then you're going to take your black Sharpie and you're just going to add your eyes. So to make his little pom-pom at the top, you're just going to take a piece of the strip of curl, and with it curling outside, you're just basically going to just roll it up. And that'll make your pom-pom. So the next step is you want to make a really good fold right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to run glue along this edge, and then you're going to glue it right to your hat like that. And you're going to do 2 layers, so you're going to do one on top of the other. So my strip didn't go all the way across the back, so I had to just take a smaller piece and just add on to it. So your next step then is to glue on the face. So you're just going to take a little bit of your tacky glue. Don't glue the whiskers though, just glue the face. And you're just going to run a small amount of the glue all over the face, and then put it right onto the book like so. And just hold it there for a few minutes. So the last step is going to be to hot glue our little pom-pom to the top, and then he will be done. So I hope you've enjoyed making these Santas as much as I have. I just love the book crafts. I've done a couple now, and I really like how they've all turned out. So this is a really cute craft for Christmas time, and would be a cute craft to give anyone for the holidays. So if this is your first time watching, welcome, and please don't forget to subscribe. If you want to receive future notification of posts, hit the bell, and if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.